They done mention me. What is going on? Let me move. YouTube. Hey y'all. Happy Wednesday. Oh shit. Hold on, YouTube. How are y'all doing on this Wednesday? I feel like I'm starting to feel the energy, y'all. If y'all don't know like what's been going on astrologically, basically the moon is square the sun. And because the moon is square the sun, it's causing tension. It's causing tension. So if you started something new recently and you were making progress, this week is the week that it reaches its first obstacles and stagnation, and it's a week of tension, you know. So in these last couple of these last 2 weeks, I don't know what has been going on, but I keep having issues in my with like commitment and stuff within my mentees, and it's just been, I don't know, it's hard to navigate because I am in this place where I've healed from my communication issues. So I do know how to communicate in a very healthy way, you know, and still center myself in compassion and understanding and stuff like that. So it's required me, I feel like in these last couple of weeks, I've really had to speak up for myself a lot, which is something that is so uncomfortable for me. But now that I understand the power of communication and that in order for you to be able to manifest in this reality, you have to learn how to speak your truth. I don't choose not to just have the confrontation. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen a video this week by, you know, them twins, like what's her name? The girl off of Why Did I Get Married? Tasha. I think it's her real name, Tasha. And she was basically talking about like how it's important that you learn how to deal with conflict and you learn how to deal with confrontation. You learn how to sit in the discomfort of whatever the energy is. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately because I feel like conflict is something that builds closer bonds. Sorry, YouTube. If y'all see me looking up here, I'm looking at TikTok. Um, but conflict is something that builds closer bonds. It's a necessary part of being in community or in relationships with other people. And so I historically was the type of person who wanted to keep the peace. And in this later part of my life, I'm starting to realize that I'm not keeping my peace. I'm keeping other people's peace by not speaking up for myself, by not asserting myself, by suppressing how I truly feel about a situation. Hey, Key. Hey, Terry. Hey, Celine. So I have recently just been having the tough, difficult, uncomfortable conversations. And even though it makes me feel icky, no, I wouldn't call myself passive because I never really been a passive person at all. But I think with the people that I love, I avoid confrontation. I mean, I guess that would be passiveness with the people that I love specifically. Um, and so like being in a place where I am a mentor to other people and I'm going to have these tougher conversations. It's just, I've been sitting in the uncomfortableness of that. And it's challenging because even when I do have those conversations, even if I have to set a hard boundary, I feel so much guilt for that. Like I still feel the guilt behind it. I have to do it. I'm going to push through it because you have to be accountable. But shit, that shit sucks. You know, like I feel like I was talking to one of my mentees and I was basically, it was like a situation where I had to hold her accountable. And I was telling her that the first time that I had to hold myself accountable, it felt like somebody shot me in the fucking chest. And it's like, I know, like from a logical, intellectual standpoint, I understood the other person's perspective. I understood where I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't stop it from feeling fucking uncomfortable. It doesn't stop it from, oh, it's gross. I hate it. You know, it doesn't stop that. And now I'm on the other side of that where I'm in this position where I have to hold other people accountable. And it's like we both feeling the tension. Why don't we create a space where we could just openly talk about stuff and we meet each other with love so neither one of us have to feel the tension because we both feeling it from both sides of the spectrum. On this was needed for real. Hey, Rising Phoenix. You know, it's uncomfortable for all of us. It's uncomfortable for both of us. So I feel like I need to hop on here and say that because I'm supposed to be in a meeting, but I had to set a boundary. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just get on live, talk to my people. All right. So is there anybody? I actually am on tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern. I am going to be doing some mentorship readings. So I have some mentees who want to practice their gifts. If anybody is available or anybody wants a free reading, let me know. At the end of it, I will give you my interpretation as well, what I'm picking up on. So if anybody's interested, drop it in the chat. So I can pick a couple of y'all. What are they talking about? Scientists trace back DNA to Adam and Eve. I don't know. I haven't heard that. I'll be tapping in. Def need one. Okay, good. Well, Terry, I can do one for you just because you in my Patreon. If you in my Patreon, I'm like, if you're my Patreon Soul Tribe, the $5.55 one, every blue moon I'll do a reading for y'all. So anybody who wants to tap in, anybody who wants to jump in and get a reading, it will be in a group setting where you have to hop on with other people, but I will take my time reading each of y'all. Interested, send me a DM. If y'all interested, send me a DM. I'm down to help them further their groups, their gifts. I'm sorry, I misread that. I'll join your Patreon too. Yeah. So on my Patreon, I definitely, if there's anybody who wants a reading, oh, Tamiria, yeah. So, and you in my Patreon too, ain't you, boo? If you in my Patreon, you know what? Maybe I'll do because it looks like a couple of y'all who are in my Patreon are responding, whether on YouTube or on TikTok. So I'll do another group session for y'all next week, and y'all can just get that one. But Jegament, I'm probably fucked that up. I'm so sorry. Send me a DM, and Celine, send me a DM. And maybe I'll do a reading for somebody today. Last time I got on, I meant to do some readings, but I ended up not doing it because the energy wasn't right. Meaning, like, I had been dealing with people all day and I just was exhausted. So yeah, let's pick somebody to do a reading. Let's see. I'm going to pick it in a different way though. I'm going to say, do we have any Taurus moons on the chat? I love me a Taurus moon. My DM is not going through. What you mean? You should definitely be able to DM me without any problems. It might go to requested folder, but when I get off a live, I usually check all of it. Okay, so let's do, I'm not sure. How can you check, please? I'm not going to be able to check while I'm on live, but I can check afterwards. Just send it. Okay, let me just pick somebody. Key, you want to come up for a reading? Cancer moon here. It's okay. I can do a water moon. Key, you want to come up? Okay. Let me send you an invite, boo. Let me see if I can find your love. Or call in. Is there a place where it say oh, you don't know how to. Don't worry, girl. I got us. Hold on. There you go. I just sent you an invite. I'll do somebody else in a second. Hey, love. How are you?
Did I do it?
You did it.
Yay!
You did it, girl. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. Let me grab my little notebook real quick and we can get started. What I want to do is a general life reading, kind of where you are right now. If there's anything that you're working on. Actually, matter of fact, let me let you choose. What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
No, I'm kind of just open to whatever.
Okay, a general life. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let me say my little shebang real quick, clear myself, and then I'm gonna start by filling into you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second. Have you had a mediumship reading before or a psychic reading before?
I have, yes.
Oh, yay. Good. So you're a little familiar.
I
Okay.
am.
Let's see if my sage will light for me real quick so I can clear myself. Child, I need to get another lighter. What's going on? All right. All right. Can you start by just telling me what the weather is like where you are so I can just pick up on your energy real quick?
I'm in New York. The weather is like gray,
Okay.
and yeah, it's a little chilly out.
Okay, good. Give me 1 second. Let me just tap into you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, quick question. Is your dad living or deceased?
He's passed.
Okay, got you.
Mhm.
Was there tension with dad when he passed?
Was there tension between him and I?
Yeah.
No, I was like 5.
Oh, okay, got you. Got you. And was there another father figure though in your life?
No,
Okay.
there has been like no male parental figures or elders in my life at
Got you.
all.
Okay. Got you.
And something like, for some reason, I
Uh-huh.
want to say I have not been dreaming for like the past 6 weeks, and dreams are like they're like my comfort.
Yes.
So even if, like, I always dream, and it just always feels good to wake up and like process my dream.
Uh-huh.
And for the past couple of weeks, I haven't been dreaming at all, and I am like very confused by that. And I
Yeah.
don't even know why I said that, but
You're okay. What's going on? What's going on at work?
So I'm starting my own business.
Okay,
And
that's what
just as I started to like write, I had like 4 stages, let's say.
Uh-huh.
And right as I was getting ready to finalize like everything in stage 4, get it off the ground, my younger brother got sick. And so now I'm kind of just stopping everything to go out there and just hang out and cuddle with him.
Got you. Okay.
So there
Okay.
is no business right now.
Got you. See, I was picking up on you either picking up a new career path or trying to start something new career-wise. Okay.
So funny thing with that is, as soon as I got it launched,
Yeah.
I'm a hairstylist, and I was a flight
Gotcha.
attendant for a while.
Uh-huh.
So now that like I'm not flying anymore and I focused 100% on hair, I knew it was just like a transition thing, so I didn't have to do corporate again.
Yeah.
But I do want to go back to school and kind of like, start a whole new career.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense. And then finances. I'm seeing a lot of focus on finances right now. I don't know if there was some recent the lost opportunities. Okay, that could be coming from the business. Are you dating right now?
Say it again.
Are you dating someone right now?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me move this out of my way. Okay, so I'm picking up on a couple things. Your energy does feel a little stuck to me. It also feels tired. It feels a little overwhelmed, but it feels like you've been really, really optimistic during whatever transitions that you're going through right now. I'm also picking up your dad. He came right on through. But for some reason, I was picking up that there were tension there. And I don't know if that comes from maybe there being some type of missing out when it came to that, or some type of trauma that came from not having him there. Because there's a bit of abandonment that I get right after dad comes through. Okay. I also picked up on trying to find a new career and something going on with finances. Okay. So those are the main things that I picked up so far. Now, when it comes to life in general, it kind of feels like a little bit of going with the flow.
Very much so.
Yeah, it feels like going with the flow. And it feels like that there's something that's happening emotionally that you're not addressing. Okay. So
funny thing what you said with the dad.
Yeah.
Like I said, my dad passed when I was younger.
mhm.
And now that I'm older and I see people go through like losing a parent or losing
Yeah.
people, it makes me feel bad that I don't feel bad because I have like a very different relationship with death.
Yeah.
And I am not sad about it, but it does hurt me to see other people not be as comfortable as I am with it. Like that hurts me. But
Yeah.
as far as like abandonment from my father, I've never been sad about him missing. I've almost felt like it was supposed to be a part of my life. And I really
Okay.
hate that some people don't understand, like, not hate. My heart really goes out to people that have a hard time
Yeah.
dealing with death because I don't.
Okay. How did you feel about it when you were a kid though? Because that's still sticking out to me. So I don't even know if this.
Honestly, when it happened,
Mhm.
the day that we found out that he passed,
Yeah.
it was a vivid memory of me feeling like, okay, everything's on track.
Oh, okay.
It was very spiritual. It was very. I wasn't sad. It was almost like I knew that would happen.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So just remember that I'm saying that and just put that in your back pocket,
Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
Right now, though, it feels like it's a period of time in your life where it's really, really important that you figure out what you actually value in life and you try to prioritize your life around that. Okay. Because there is this
Mhm.
energy of just going with the flow. But I think there's you needing to get clear about what it is that you actually want. And it has to be based on whatever you think is going to bring you the most fulfillment. Okay.
Mhm.
So it can't be rooted in fear or because you don't want this to happen or you don't want that to happen. It has to truly be rooted in who you are and what you actually want in this lifetime. Okay. Which is going to start from, which could start from you learning new things. Okay. You trying new things. Excuse me. I'm also getting that there is a financial situation. Can you give me some clarity on that?
So I had bought a car through Carvana in 2020. And I swore that when I bought the car, it was a 5-year lease.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be up in June. When I went to go check like the other month, like, oh shit, I'm about to pay it off. It was like, you have a year left to pay it. And I was like, this ain't right. So I called Carvana, had them send me a copy of the lease and realized like, I did sign a 5-year lease, but because of other little things that I realized in the fine print, I'm like, oh shit, let me just go ahead and pay this off.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I just dumped like $8,000 and I paid my car note off. So I don't have any bills.
Got you.
And
okay.
That was the plan. That was originally the plan. But when I checked online, I was like, oh shit, that's not what's happening. So I made it to where that still is the plan.
Okay.
And as far as like going with the flow, when I was a flight attendant, everybody thought that was like a great job. And so I did it, but I didn't really care to be a flight attendant.
Right.
And for 7 years that I did it, I hated it. And I stuck with it because it was like, who would give up a job with travel benefits, 401k? But it just was not for me. And so now that I'm gone, the going with the flow is more so like I'm more so going on my flow now because I was going with the direction that I was like encouraged to go in from like elders or who thought it would be best. And now I'm kind of just doing my own thing. And It is like I feel a little stuck because it's just like, damn, I got so many options now. I don't even know what to do.
Yes, and
Like,
that's so crazy that you say that, because that's actually the next thing I was going to talk about. There needs to be making things more grounded in reality. Because it feels like a lot of fantasizing, imagining what it is that you want, but it needs to be grounded in reality, and what you do next is really, really important. Okay. It feels like all the options are what is actually causing the overwhelm. But I think once you actually, yeah, it's like causing the overwhelm. But once you actually figure out what it is that you actually value, meaning that you need to look back at like what you've been through in your life, look back at what was conditioning, what was you, and it feels like you've already done quite a bit of that, right? But then you also need to look back at your relationships and look back at what you liked and what you didn't like, and every decision that you make in life needs to be prioritized around where you're going, who you know yourself to be, and there's a need for you to get really, really clear about what it is that you actually want. But it cannot be from the realm of it cannot be from, well, this isn't realistic, this isn't whatever. Like, you need to whatever it is, whatever vision is given to you, it is achievable to you, but there needs to be a plan in place. Okay. Now, I'm seeing a lot of the options, again, like I said, are causing this overburden, it's causing this stress or whatever. But it feels like structure and routine is another thing that might need to be looked at. What does your structure and routine look like right now?
There is none.
Okay.
Right now, it's just getting everything done on my to-do list, and that to-do list, like, it just got some new shit on it every day.
Got you. Okay. Yes. So it feels like that one, there's a need for you to still trust your intuition. There's a need for you to have balance, however, there's also a need for you to get into a routine. Okay. But that's gonna first you need to figure out what you value. And then when you figure out what you value and you try these new things, right? You learn new things, because there's a lot of potential for financial abundance right now. But again, when you have potential, it can go either way. It depends on what decisions you make. So you need to focus on your mindset. And then you need to come up with a routine. There has to be some type of routine or structure to whatever it is that you're doing. Okay. Now, I ain't saying your structure got to look like everybody else's structure, but structure for you. How you determine structure to be. Okay. It also feels like I said, there is a focus on security, but again, those values come in. And then I'm also getting that there's a need for you to let go of the old version of yourself so you can step into the new version of yourself. And I don't know if that means that you're undecided and you're kind of on the fence, or if there's certain things in your past self that you have not dealt with that need to be dealt with.
Okay, and so the same way that I told you that when I was younger and when he passed, it was kind of like a voice inside that was like, yeah, like everything is right on schedule. So fast forward to January of 2023, I had like a massive, I'm talking about like how I had my awakening was through somebody astral projecting into my house.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh shit. And ever since then, like, there has been a spiritual side of things that I just refuse to show people, because I've noticed that I've been like a target long before I even woke up.
Right. Yeah. And does that have to do with family? That's people in your family?
Well, that I can't really confirm, but there is somebody that I can confirm that has been doing some like interesting things long before I woke up. And when I woke up, it was very clear to me, like, oh shit. So in regard to you saying, you kind of got to shed old versions of yourself. The new version of myself, I wouldn't say I'm scared to present, but I almost don't want to be ignorant, because it's a whole new world. And I've seen a lot of people just jump into that and play with it. And a lot of the things that have been revealed to me that will be in my future, like altars and shit that I've never seen before. I'm kind of just like nervous, because I don't really have anybody to talk to about it. So
got you. Okay. So the question when I ask you the sharing your spiritual side and not want to share your spiritual side, who is that? Who is it that you don't want to share your spiritual side with? Is that everybody?
Anybody, everybody.
Okay. So that's the question I was asking with your family.
Yeah, no, they're I wouldn't even say they're religious, but I know they're not spiritual.
Got
If
you.
that makes
Okay.
sense. Like, I didn't grow up in the church, but they very much believe that Jesus died on the cross.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And when I had a reading with my great grandmother that passed, the lady, like, everything just felt so right. And the lady said that my grandma was like, you know, I didn't understand it before, but now that she's on the other side, it's like, oh, I get it. Because she was, I would say she was the most religious person, but she was also born in like 1923. So that's kind of just like, you know, you just pray and shit and you just be about your business. But we wasn't really in the church. But the way my awakening happened, it was like, oh, this don't got shit to do with the church.
Yeah, facts. Okay. So this is what I want to say in this, right? I'm just going to say this just because he keeps saying it to me. Dad keeps saying that you need to forgive him. So just look back at it. Even if you feel like you healed from it, whatever the case may be, just look back at that, because that's what he's saying in my ear, that you need to forgive him. Okay.
That is so crazy, because I genuinely feel like that's for somebody else. Like,
it might be.
I feel like that's for my sister or for my mom, which my sister is not my
mother's
child. But my sister, I think, has a lot of stain with it. Like, when he died, I know she used to lie about how he died, and I just tell she has a lot of stain with it, but I don't. So you saying that, it's like, it could be for your sister. Must be for somebody.
Got you. Okay. It could be for your sister, but just remember that I'm saying that because he keeps saying forgive him. And that's all he's really saying is somebody needs to forgive him, and he's talking about abandonment. So he could very much so be talking about your sister. Okay. But keep in mind that I'm saying that. Again, just to recap, in your energy, I feel tired, I feel stuck. This trying of the new career or whatever, I think that actually could be lucrative for you, but you need to ground it in reality. Okay. You need to figure out what you value right now, prioritize your life around that. There needs to be a focus on the way that you're thinking about things in your mindset, and making sure that your thoughts about something and your emotions are aligned so you can take the appropriate action. Okay. Don't get stuck in the stage of, don't get so overwhelmed by all the options. Okay. I think when you actually figure out what you value, it'll help you to make more conscious decisions about what it is that you want. It'll help you get to the truth. There also needs to be a bit of you getting into a structure and into a routine, whatever that looks like for you, that looks like for you. My structure and my routine don't look like everybody else's structure and routine, but it works for me. You know, like I have all these little systems in place, but other people, it wouldn't make sense to them, but to me, it makes sense. You need to find out what that is for you. Okay. And then I'm also getting, again, the letting go of the past version of yourself for the new version of yourself. That could have to do with you showing up differently around certain people, or you feeling like you cannot show up authentically around certain people because they wouldn't understand, or maybe there'll be some rejection or whatever that is on that end of the spectrum. My best advice in that is go where you're received. You know, I found my community outside of my family, and not that I don't love my family, but in me finding my community outside of my family, and they saw the difference in me and how I was showing up, it made them more curious. It feels like you're having all these spiritual experiences because you're supposed to be a catalyst to something for your family. But if you're not showing it to them, you can't be the catalyst. And you don't be the healer or the fixer by trying to fix them. You have to anchor in the light. You have to live your life authentically, how you live it, and then allow them to see you as another opportunity or an alternate perspective. Okay. All righty, my love.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome. You are welcome. And it's nice to finally hear your voice, love. I see you in the chat all the time.
I know.
Yeah.
So nice to talk to you. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, my love.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
I don't know how.
Oh, it's okay. I got you, love. Okay. Sorry. Let me go back and read the chat real quick, y'all. I'm sorry. Boo, boo, doo. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. We'll do another two. Just give me a second. Let me just read. Hi, Story. How are you? All right. So, hey, Big Red, how you doing? I'm fine, and going to be going to bed soon. I'm in England. Oh, hey, from England. Hey, Miss Tanique. I hope you help someone the same way someday. Oh, I hope to help someone the same day. Um, I hope to help someone the same way someday. Yes, you absolutely can. Everybody has gifts, babe. Everybody has gifts. Now, hey, Natalie. Hey, girl. So Tamaria, I think I'm saying your name right. I don't necessarily know how to invite you up here because I don't know how to use YouTube, but I can do you next. I just got to figure out how to get you up here. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Mm, Give me 1 second. Let me figure this out. Nope. Okay. Engage with your audience. Okay. Nope. That's not it. Baby, listen. I don't necessarily know how to do this on. Hold on, let me Google how to do this on YouTube real quick. My YouTube handle is Big Taj with 2 J's. Okay. How to invite someone into a YouTube live. If not, you're gonna have to hop on TikTok. Oh, it should say that I should be able to send the invite link. I don't know how to do that. Y'all, Auntie? Auntie don't know how to use this, baby. Hold on. Oh, I requested on TikTok. Okay, good, girl, because it was going to take me a second to get us through there. Hold on, I don't see you, girl. Oh, there you are. Come on up, my love. Hey, Shami. Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just getting my babysitter right now so I can hear you.
Oh, it's okay. It is okay, my love. Give me 1 second. Let me clear myself real quick.
Okay.
And then we can go. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm getting better. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. It's okay. We all have, Chad. I think we all going through it. When I first came on live, I was telling them that I was going through some obstacles in my mentorship, having to have some hard conversations this week. And it's just right now, well, basically come Friday, the moon is square the sun, which causes tension and chaos and all of the things, child.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
that kind of makes a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. It's definitely gonna pass. It's definitely going to pass.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay. No worries.
Okay. Do you have a brother?
I do.
Okay. Is he living or is he passed?
He's living.
He's living. Okay.
His birthday is actually this month when you said that.
Oh, okay. It feels like a grandmother or somebody is coming through. Do you have a grandmother that has passed?
I don't, but I do have a grandmother that I don't know how to say it without sounding bad, but she was close to passing, basically.
Okay. No, this feels like a grandmother or great grandmother on dad's side.
Yeah, my great grandmother is passed on my dad's side.
Okay. The great grandmother. All right. Okay. Somebody's bringing up cooking. Did you cook or did she used to cook?
I cook a
Okay.
lot. I actually love to cook.
Okay.
I really don't know though about her. I don't know much about her.
Okay. I think that was for you. That's why I asked it the way I asked it. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me fill into you, love. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So let me give you what I'm getting off the first hand. There's some worry about your brother. I don't necessarily know where that is coming from, but that is what a grandmother is saying. It feels like a grandmother's energy. Do you and your brother have the same parents though?
yeah, we do.
Okay, you do. So I'm just gonna put that out there and you do with that part as you may, because we ain't gonna make this reading about your brother. Okay. Have you stopped cooking?
As much, yes.
Hey, India. So grandmother wants you to start cooking again because it feels a bit of like you losing your joy right now in life. When I feel into your energy, I feel really overwhelmed. I feel tired. It feels like you need help, but you don't necessarily want to ask for the help. It also feels like you are trying to be different right now. Like you're trying to change a lot of things. And it feels like a lot of things are happening at once, which is putting a lot of pressure on you. Okay. There's also a need for you to surrender to your emotions as well, because it feels like so much is happening emotionally. And there feels like a lot of grief around your heart space. I don't know if you've had a lot of grief in your life or dealt with a lot of heartbreak in your life, but I'm also picking up on that as well. Okay. The other thing that I'm picking up on is your kid's father. Is he living or is he passed?
He's living.
He's living. Okay. And it doesn't feel like he is safe to be around, is what I want to say. It doesn't feel like he's safe to be around. Okay. Is any of this making sense for you?
Oh yes.
Okay.
All the way. I'm kind of speechless, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. It's okay. Is this your first time getting a reading?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I have, I've done a human design reading, and I just did my I did a Mommy and Me about a year ago with you. And then
I talked to you.
Yes.
I talked to you recently. Oh, okay. Okay, my love. Okay. Alrighty. So let me get some confirmation here. It feels like you've had to be really, really resilient in your life. And what I need to tell you right now is that your hard work is paying off. I know it's probably not meeting your expectations right now, but it is happening. You just can't see it right now. Okay. So there's a need for you to kind of keep your head down. It's a need for you to kind of keep going right now. Okay. What you're doing is enough. Know that it's enough right now. Okay. There's a bit of emotionally feeling like you're drowning. If I'm being honest. Okay. It feels like you're drowning in your emotional world. And it feels like a lot of people have made promises that they haven't been able to keep. All right. There is a spark of inspiration that is coming for you right now. And for some reason, it feels like the cooking. When I think about the cooking lights me up on the inside. Do you mind me asking you why you stopped cooking?
Honestly, Taj, I've got to a space where it seems like I'm being pulled in so many different directions.
Yeah. Okay.
You get drained, you know, like
Yeah.
you gotta multitask every time you do something as a mom, mostly, and then it's just like I think cooking has been a love language for me all my life. So when I became a mom, I didn't realize how many food aversions and adjusting I would have to do. So yeah.
Got you. I feel that. It feels like a little bit of overwhelm there. It feels like you have a lot going on right now. Okay. When it comes to, it feels like though you are at a pivotal point. It feels like that there's a new beginning coming in business. Okay. There's a new beginning coming in your creativity. There's a new beginning coming in your inspiration. And there's a lot of potential there. But again, like I told the last person, potential is just potential. It's what you do with the actual potential. It can go either way. So there is a need for you to, one, step into your authenticity. It's important for you to creatively express yourself right now and do more of the things that light you up on the inside, okay? And I know that may be hard right now because it might be hard to prioritize, but there might be an opportunity for you to either wake up earlier or get the kids into a routine so you can prioritize some time for yourself in between, okay? There's also a need for you to try new things. You have to explore the external world, okay? You have to start having fun again. I don't know what that looks like for you. Like maybe that's you going to the movies by yourself. Maybe that's you, whatever it is, there needs to be a prioritization around you having some time for yourself. Okay. There's also a need for you to kind of step back into your confidence. Okay. There's a need for you to trust in your abilities and know that whatever it is that you decide to do in this reality, you have everything that you need inside of you to make it manifest. But it also feels like there's a need for you to trust your intuition as well. And it feels like whatever you have been through the past has broken your ability to trust in your ability to make decisions. Okay. So there is a need for you to, one, step out into the unknown. This path that you're taking is something you've never done before, which means it's going to be really fucking uncomfortable. And I think you already are feeling that. Okay. Trust your intuition to guide your steps. Watch out for illusions, and illusions is going to be the fear. I can't do this because of this. I can't do this because it's not practical. I can't do that because of that, right? Watch out for the illusions. Pay attention to what's happening in your reality, but you need to tap in with your soul and listen to your intuition. If you are having a positive response to something, move towards it. But if you're having a negative response, you need to set a boundary. Okay. And you need to set a hard boundary. Okay. Be very cautious about who you let around you and who you let have access to you right now, because I think it's really important.
Yes.
Okay. And I think you are going to see the success that you actually want, but it's a mindset thing. And it's also you stepping into your authenticity and you starting to creatively express yourself again. But I think you're struggling with that because you're tired. You are tired. Yeah. You are exhausted. Okay. So we got to find a new way to get you re-energized. Okay. And that's what I would be focusing on right now.
And when you say re-energize,
yes,
I have two different perspectives. Like my brain goes in two different ways. One is like, you know how people do coffee or go to bed earlier or implement those regimen. I've been doing that as well, but also like I also see it in the sense of taking things that are draining me out, you know. What else? Yeah, that's what I think. That's about.
Okay, so when I say re-energized, I think the first part of that is you getting rest. Okay, because I think the reason why you feel so chaotic and ungrounded right now is because you're not getting enough rest. Okay, I think every time you lay down to go to sleep, you got 1,000 things going on in your head. And it's like, no, but I got to go do this and I got to go do that and I got to go do that. And I don't know that you're actually getting good sleep right now. So there's a need for you to calm your mind a little bit. There's a need for you to prioritize your rest in the best way that you know how. Okay. So that could even look like meditating. You know, meditating actually can re-energize you because it puts you in that present moment. Okay. So maybe finding time to meditate, which can re-energize you, but then you also need to start having fun again.
Yes.
Because that part seems really, really important, the exploring, the having fun, to bringing joy back into your existence, because it kind of feels like you're stuck in the monotony of everything. You've kind of lost yourself in being a mom. You've kind of lost yourself in all these things that are going on around you because so many things are calling for your attention. And again, it doesn't feel like you have help, and it doesn't feel like you want to ask for help.
I don't have help. And I don't even know, even if I could ask, I don't know who to ask. So.
Yeah, facts. Okay. But yeah, there's a need for you to get back in tune with yourself. There's a need for you to tap in with your emotional world. It's a need for you to bring back that childlike spirit.
Mm-hmm. When we say tap into emotion, like, what do you mean by that? Because a lot of times I find myself getting lost in my emotions.
Lost in the intensity of them. So when I say tap into your emotions are really a guide for you in this reality. They're only telling you that you like something or you don't like something. So when I'm saying tap in with your emotions, I mean honor yourself. If you having a bad day, don't try to have a good day. It's okay for you to acknowledge where you are right now. So you know what? Today is just not the day for me. What do I need? You know what, friend? I can't come to your birthday dinner today because I don't have the energy. I don't have it. You know, it's prioritizing how you feel in that moment and giving yourself what you need, because you almost need to treat yourself as somebody who is sick. But the sickness is happening up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you need to treat yourself with care. You need to nurture yourself. You need to love on yourself. You need to almost parent yourself the way that you parent your kids. You need to nurture your mind. You know, the emotional world is only telling you how you feel. So if you're having a good emotional experience, then you're in alignment. But if you're having a bad one, there's things that need to change. There's some boundaries that need to be set. And there's a need for you to listen to yourself. And it's only then that you start getting the intuitive guidance. So when I say tap in with yourself, I mean honor how you feel so that you can get the proper guidance.
Okay.
And it only comes through that emotional world. Okay. You are going to be okay, love. It feels like you are right there. Like you are almost to where you're going to get that sigh of relief. But what you do right now is really, really important. And I think that what you need is to bring joy and excitement back into your reality. And if you can do that, I think everything is going to change. But it's the feeling, the underlying feeling that is throwing the whole thing off. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's throwing everything off. And you're kind of creating this because emotions are powerful. They create what you're experiencing. So if you sit in this sad and depressive energy, that's what your reality kind of becomes. So maybe there needs to be some spring cleaning. Maybe you need to go through your house and any clothes that you've been sitting in and you had traumatic experiences in, or you were soaking in, whatever the case, burn it, throw it out, you know, bring new energy back into your house. Maybe bring some creativity in, and maybe there's some things that you can do with your kids. Maybe y'all can start cooking with each other, like making little, you know, getting some of them little plastic knives so that you can make it fun again. You know, maybe y'all need to start doing little arts and crafts activities together. Whatever it is, like, but it needs to be you bringing joy back into your existence, because I think that's going to change a lot for you.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. Start having fun, my love. Start having fun. And did I send you the Adventure Time?
I don't think I got an Adventure Time.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you something through Telegram, okay?
Okay.
And I think that'll help. But if you start there, I think it'll change everything for you. I genuinely do. I think you need to bring joy back into your experience. You need to get some rest too. That can look like you getting the kids into a routine, putting them to bed, you going to sit in the bathtub for an hour, putting you lighting you a candle, turning the lights down, you know, putting you on your favorite playlist, and you just sitting in a spiritual bath so you can get some of that emotional energy off of you. And that just looks like 1 cup of sea salt. You can get that from $1.30 at Kroger's.
Okay.
But keep discharging that energy. I'll send you a clearing and a shielding, and I'll also send you the Adventure Time, okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Tar. I really appreciate it.
No problem, my love. And keep sticking there. You almost there, baby. You almost there.
I will. Thank you.
All righty. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me send her this real quick. It's crazy. I actually talked to her like last week, but so many people reach out to me who have done services for me. I mean, who have done like purchase services. I feel like I talk to 1 million people a week. 1 million people a week. Hold on, let me find her real quick, because if I don't do it right now, child, listen. One thing about it, there we go. Okay. Oh, what do you guys? You literally read everything so clearly. You are welcome, my love. I'm just here to help. I usually do like a monthly special, and I haven't picked out what my monthly special is going to be for this month. What do you guys want? Are y'all looking into more human design, or I know you guys ate up the general readings from last month. Like, what are y'all interested in, so I can make sure I give y'all a discount? Okay, so let me go back and read the comments for y'all real quick. Did you say you did lessons on understanding your gifts, please? So I did. I actually took a mentorship program, and I also did a school. It was like a spiritual school that somebody was hosting on TikTok. And now I actually teach people. So I have mentees, and tomorrow we have another session tomorrow where we channel people. So I was asking earlier on live if anybody wanted a free reading from my mentees. Just hit me up in my DMs, and I can put y'all kind of on a list of people to do that. But yeah, so I went through a couple different programs, and the last one really, really helped me. And so now I provide mentorship. And I actually have some new mentor, like individual sessions, which is like a 6-month program, available at the end of April. Okay. How do we sign up? I'd love to know if my departed loved one has a message for me. Oh, I'm picking people. But I think I wrote you. Did I write you, Mooney? Oh, I emailed you today, Mooney. How can I get a reading? I'm picking people from the chat, y'all. Recently, I've started having dreams. I'm in like a warlike situation. Okay. It's 1 a.m. in Germany, and I finally got your live. Yay! I'm sorry that it's so late, though. Period, Hija. You got this. You got this, boo. Hey, Sam. I haven't seen you in a minute. I actually thought about you the other day. Oh, Farah, just gonna go look again. Yeah, I emailed you. I emailed you back this morning. Let me make sure it's sent. Yes. It wasn't this morning. It was at 1 o'clock, so it was recent. Let me see what people on YouTube are saying real quick, though. Hold on. Okay. What you're doing is awesome. Thank you. Oh, you're on both. Okay. Hi, India. Hey, Giselle. Yes, I'm about to pick somebody else. Cooking is work. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. Cooking is absolutely work. You know what's crazy is I am the oldest granddaughter. So I started cooking at 9, and everybody loves my food, and they always asking me to cook something. But baby, that is a labor of love for real, for real. Because every time it's like you, and my grandma was the type of grandma that would make you like cook and clean at the same time. So it's like by the time I get done with all of that, I don't even got enough energy to eat no more. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Had to clarify butter yesterday, and I was stressing. Hey, Ken. What's the price for understanding your gifts and navigating that general area? So it is a 6-month program, because I think before you ever get in tune with your gifts, you got to get the shit out of the way. And that comes from you looking at your parental relationships, looking at some of the things that you have internalized as a kid, figuring out what your values are, make sure that you have the proper boundaries in relationships, learning how to regulate your mind. And that's all in the first 3 months of the program, right? And then once we get into the 4th month, it's like your betrayals, your heartbreaks, things like that are really, really important to discuss, because your heart is actually the bridge into your higher self, right? You don't even get awareness of your heart until you handle the bottom 3 chakras, which are about your values and changing your relationship with money, and learning how to go with the flow, learning how to build healthy relationships, and also managing your mind, regulating your emotions. And then we get to the heart space, which is about betrayal. It's also about forgiveness. It's about compassion and empathy and understanding for other people. And then the last 3 months of the program, we are working on your gifts. So it starts off by me putting you in a group with other mentees, and I either get on live or I reach out to people in my Patreon, and I get people for us to read. So the first session of us working on gifts is just the mentees. That's it. Y'all reading each other and y'all seeing what y'all can pick up from each other, and I'm reading with y'all because it's easier for you to read with other people. You know, if somebody else is giving you confirmation, it's easy for you to feel confident in what your gifts are, right? So I do that. And then you read each other mediumship wise, see what family members you can pick up the second session. And then we just kind of bring people in and we just kind of read them together. So that's the last 3 months. And that's in addition to finish working on your throat, working on your third eye, working on your crown, which is like I have homework and activities and gifts. And like one of the most recent activities that I gave my people was pick a TV show or pick a movie and do character profiles for the different characters that are in there. Like, you know, I did a whole series on my YouTube about numerology, and everybody goes through these foundational numbers from 1 to 9, right? Based on how this character is showing up, which they're going to kind of shift energies anyway. So based on what episode you watch, you might pick up on different energy, but what would you label them as? You know, and that just helps you to be able to see energy from an intellectual standpoint before we even get into the other one. So yeah. I've been all right one day at a time, period, Sam. Me too, girl. So excited to sign up when you open them again. Yeah, so I might have one available next week. I don't know. But I do know that I have 3 people that are graduating at the end of April. So I should have 3 spots open, but I don't know if I'm going to take 3 people because Sister Girl kind of need a break. I've been going 6 months straight. And you know, my first 3, they show up every single time. They ain't missed a beat since we started, you know. I only have a couple. It's an amazing program. Thank you, Hydra. She's one of my first 3. Reading like a pro, and I love to see it. Can men do readings as well? Because it seems like it's a female thing only. It is not a female thing only. However, I think it comes easier. It comes easier to us because of our connection to the divine and the natural world. But I do have a mentee that is a male, and he is very, very gifted. He is a master number. He don't necessarily know how gifted he is, but he is very, very gifted. And he can pick up on certain things that my other mentees haven't been able to pick up on, some more advanced stuff. So it just depends on, you know, the level that you are at right now in your chakra system. Congrats on your classes and your soon to be grads. Thank you. Thank you. It's like a mentorship program, but I love it. Actually, I didn't want to do it. I was being begged for about 9 months, but doing it has literally changed everything for me. I feel like I'm actually making an impact, and that's so important to me because I've always literally spent my whole life trying to fix my family and fix everybody and make everybody believe what I believe and all of these things that is operating out of alignment. But now I truly understand how I'm supposed to be showing up, how to actually operate in alignment and to go where I'm received so that I can actually help people who want the help. And that has been transformative for me. You know, I love my little mentee babies. Some of them are older than me though, so I can't even call them mentee babies, but I love it though. And I'm gonna keep doing it. I think I might just do it in more like a class setting next time. Just because I spend so much of my week in these sessions on top of doing readings and stuff like that. So the month before I did human design readings for 120, I think, which are usually 149. Last month I did 6 general readings for $100, which are usually 120. What are y'all interested in this month? I'll let y'all choose what the service is. I do meet and greets for $65. I do energetic profiles for $80. I'm probably not going to change that price because that takes me 5 hours and it's super, super detailed. I do human design readings for $149. I do mommy and me readings, also $149. If you got kids, I'll tell you how to energetically parent them. I love that for us because each kid is different. Those are $149. I have mini readings for $60. I have general life readings for $125 and mediumship readings for $125 as well. General mediumship, the difference is just connecting with one of your loved ones who has passed over. So if somebody has passed over and you want clarity in the relationship, or maybe there's things that you want to see what messages they have for you, connecting with your ancestors, basically. You people who have passed over that are helping you. I felt the same way. I see mostly women and feminine, men not being funny. Yes. But no, men do have gifts as well. I have my personal feelings about it, but I'm not gonna say them. But yeah, they do have the capability. Okay. Peace, Taja. What's your price for understanding your gifts? Okay, I love that setup. Yeah, I put a lot of thought into it. And right now, what I'm trying to do is put together a course, just because I think that if I end up doing it in a group setting, like people having access to the homework and the whatever, would definitely be beneficial. So yeah. I might do one more reading. Hold on, I got somebody reaching out to me. Or I might just go, because I did not get time at all yesterday to do my hypnosis class. Thanks, Taja. Oh. Okay, I got some confirmation, period. Okay. Okay, sorry, y'all. I checked all my emails. Maybe it went to spam. Would it be becoming no one or a big Taj? No, so it's my it's the email that you sent me about the mentorship program. That was you, right? I thought you said your name was Mooney Moon. It's TajaMoore16@gmail. Yeah, that's what I thought. No, it just says my name. And then went to the email that you responded, like you responded from. Yeah. But yeah, I should have some spots opening up soon in the mentorship program, which I'm excited about, because, the more people you can help, the better. And I also like to build self-sustainable people, so y'all can go out and do the same thing that I do for your community, because I don't have access to all people. And I don't want access to all people, so building self-sustainable people who can go out into the world and use their gifts, for good is amazing. Okay. Is hypnotherapy about remembering things through a meditative state? You know what? I'm actually getting I'm learning so much when it comes to hypnotherapy, because it's not at all what I thought it was. The only thing I've ever really seen about hypnotherapy is snap your fingers, sleep, like that type of stuff. So I don't know what I was really expecting, but my guides kept telling me I needed to look into it. Are your general readings available on your website? Yes, they are. But my guides kept telling me I need to look into it. So it's really suggestive programming, if it's anything. Basically what you're doing is moving people into an alpha state, which is like getting you in contact with your subconscious mind. So when we're actually moving throughout our day, we're typically in a beta state. And the beta state is like work. But some of us, because we are overthinkers or overachievers or living in survival, will be in a gamma state, which is that super conscious energy. Is moving really, really fast. It's like, I got to do this and this and this and this, like that type of energy. So what you're doing in hypnosis is bringing somebody down to an alpha state, right? And then whatever it is that they're working on, or whatever it is that they come to you for, is really, really important. It's really important for you to kind of suggest specific things to them and kind of help them to work through. So it really, to me, is like a healing practice in a way, or a healing modality. But it's not at all what I thought it was going to be like. Like, I thought you put them into more of a trance, which it really is a trance, but a trance is not what we think it is in our day-to-day lives. The way that we have been shown what a trance is in a very inflated way. You know what I'm saying? So you basically are just calming people down, getting them to focus their attention where you focus your attention. And then you kind of help them navigate and figure out where they are, and you help them to see what they cannot see. You help them to gain perspective through certain like techniques and stuff like that. So it does not put you to sleep. It's not you being in a sleep state. It's not you. You're not going to come out of it and not remember, you know, what was happening. Like, it's all of the things that you've been taught are basically either by people who are doing fraud or an overinflated sense of what the practice actually is because of theater or because of the movies. Hey, Asia. Yeah, is it close to EDM type therapy, like using noises to focus their attention? You can like snap your fingers and stuff to tell people to come out of stuff, but you're not like snapping them out of anything, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like suggestive programming. It's kind of like, you know, we get suggestively programmed every single day, every single day as we watch TV, as we, all of the things. So it's really nothing to be scared of, because it doesn't put you in an induced, like a deep trance state like you think it is, because you're not in like any of the deep meditative states like theta or delta. Like, you're not in those deep states. You're literally in the in-between. And you can reach the in-between. Like, when you're getting psychic information, you're entering into the in-between. So it's not as far as you think it is, but that's how they make it seem in movies, you know, which is crazy. Hold on, let me go back and read some of y'all comments. Yes, because I ain't finna gag as a T. Okay. You witnessed a lot of people getting killed in my childhood during war. Is there a reason why I'm dreaming about it now? It might be something stuck in your subconscious mind that you haven't dealt with yet. It might be something that you may have compartmentalized, but in order for you to heal it, you got to feel it again. And it could be causing specific behaviors. And sometimes when we dream about stuff, it's our subconscious mind communicating to us the things we need to heal from. So it could be something like that, my love. I always use my dreams. I write down everything, and then I look at those areas of my life that keep consistently coming up, because that means that there's something that I have to heal there. I don't know if it's internalized fear, or if you're showing up a specific way because of the things that you have been through, and now it's time for you to release those things. That could very much so be true. But I would pay attention to that. And next time when you have the dream, if you don't remember the previous ones, write everything down that you possibly can, and you're going to be the best interpreter of what that means. Okay, because you're having the emotional reactions in the dream, and your emotional world is just information. It's helping you to process what it is that you are experiencing. Okay, thank you for answering. They had me scared for a second. Yeah, I feel like when I thought about hypnosis, I was like, you can't go to everybody for hypnosis. Like, they put you in a trance state, ain't no telling what they doing to your mind. And it's like, you are not asleep. You were not unaware of what's happening. You were actually engaging in a conversation. So what I'm looking at, I'm not really looking at deep trance state anyways, though. I'm looking at conversational hypnosis. And it's basically you moving people towards the future that they actually want, and you helping them to visualize it and see it. So you're working in the subconscious mind to reshape the images that they are giving themselves about the situation, you know? And you're basically working with the imagination. And I told you, if you can ever get control over your imagination, that's what creates your reality. So you're really helping them create a new reality, but they're doing the work. You're just making suggestions. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're actually doing the work. You're asking them questions. They're answering those questions. You're making suggestions based on the way that they're answering those questions. You're helping them to gain deeper perspective and remove the emotional component of it so that they can see it clearly. You know, and that's it. So I'm doing that right now. And I'm also doing past life regressions as well. Found it in my spam. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I said I was going to get back to you tomorrow, my love. I should have some more information. Do you do consultation calls? I do meet and greets. So meet and greets are $65. I'll usually give you about an hour of my time. And that's where we can do whatever you want to do. If you want to just kick the shit, if you want to talk about something, if you need me to walk you through your numerology, like whatever it is that you want to do is usually what those meet and greet sessions are for. And they're only 65, you know, because I like to try to give people access to me if they need it. So yeah, I'll get a lot of people who will I don't know, be struggling in their business or be struggling on figuring out what their next steps are or something like that. And then they don't necessarily want a general life reading, but they just need advice. And I have had multiple businesses. I've helped people start their business. I've worked in corporate America. You can't tell me I ain't the best salesperson in this bitch, because I think that I am. I believe that I am. I just hate it because it's dehumanizing. But I've made companies millions of dollars in one day. You know? Okay, nails, period. Look at my nails, y'all. Aren't these gorgeous? Thank you. Thank you, because I have very specific questions. Yeah, that's okay. You can book a meet and greet. And once you book it, I'll send you an email with my availability. Those are bomb. Aren't they though? Y'all want to know where I got these from? Shein, $4. And they hard. Like these are not no flimsy nail. Like these are not no flimsy nails. Yes, they are press-ons. People they're like, oh my gosh, like those are press-ons. Yes, they are press-ons. I tried to get on here and I told y'all to go to Shein and that you need to read the reviews, because Shein has press-ons for $4, $3, $6 at the most, handmade press-ons, and y'all on TikTok at Nailphoria and Loveful paying 30 to. I literally seen a creator the other day that was posting her handmade nails for $70. Girl, if I wanted to pay $70, I would have just went to the people. You know, press-ons are supposed to be the cheaper option. And they supposed to, stop. These took me about 5 minutes. That's it. Go get them. I'll be trying not to gatekeep, but y'all don't be listening to me. I am a Taurus, okay? We know everything good in this reality. The physical plane is our playing ground. We love it here. We know how to find things. We know how to figure things out. We are going to find the best of the best. Okay? Gorgeous. Now, I will say that these are peeling, but I actually like it. These are peeling, but I actually like it though. This was all silver. I actually like that black tip. I don't know what it is about that black tip, but I keep looking down in my hands like, even when they didn't eat, they ate. But these been on for a week. Got these ones with the little planet. These are a little heavy. Y'all better start listening to me now. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all on YouTube. Hold on, wait a second. I'm sorry, YouTube. These ain't no plastic. These ain't no, hold on, let me scoot it over. Okay, gorgeous nails. I spent $4. Okay, a $4 holla. That's it, that's all. Okay, you my spiritual bestie for real, period. I love to be. Hold on, let me go back up. How do you apply them? Literally, I have like one of those little square, what do you call them? Fowlers. I have one of those square ones. I foul them down. I take an alcohol pad. I clear off my nail because you want to dehydrate them. Or if you have like a dehydrator, you can do that. And then I put the glue on my nail, a little bit on the back of the nail, and I press it on. And that's all she wrote. 10 minutes. I've had these on for a week. I've been getting in the shower. I've been picking up things. I've been doing laundry. I've been washing dishes. I've been doing my hair. Y'all hear that? Sustainability. That's what that is. Running there now. Not for real. And I think I bought several. I bought an insane amount of packs and I only spent $49. Yeah. And they got all, I'm telling you, I done put you on game and you don't even know it yet. I thought nail tech for sure. No, I'm the nail tech. I get everything off there. Yes, like Shein has like some, listen, it be having that splash sometime now. It be having that splash. Okay. We absolutely do and can. Yes. One thing about the tourist, you need the tourist friend because they're going to know the best fashion, the best food, the best vacation spots, the best views, the best everything. We do this. We are not new to this. We are true to this. I love those. They look like they're from another dimension. That's what I was going for. I've been trying to buy stuff that's more like my personality and things that I genuinely like. I stopped buying shit just because it's cheap or just because, like I stopped buying shit just for the sake of buying shit. Like everything that I buy is very, very specific to my vibe, right? Like it's very specific to the way that I operate. So yeah. I've been trying to be like creatively express myself. And since I ain't getting dressed right now, because I've been working from home, I do it in other ways, And I love me some nails. Like I've been getting my nails done since I was 16. Like this is, and since I've been out in LA, they're gonna charge me $180 for nails and feet. Crazy to me. And that was not even with me getting acrylic. That was a gel set. They didn't charge me $140, which is okay. I mean, that's $120, and then they just keep fucking up. And even if they not, they cutting me or they rushing through my feet. Or it's like I pay for you to get the cheese grater for the bottom of my foot. And when I walk out this bitch, my shit can start a fire. I don't understand that. So I took matters into my own hands. And I feel like it's temporary for me because I always end up going back. But I don't know. It feels like abuse. And if I tell you that I want something, don't tell me that I want this. I said I want that. Why is there an argument about what I'm paying for? The nail techs have been getting out of pocket, and so have the hairdressers. I don't know what y'all are on, but not today. Can somebody put where I can get these nails? Sheen. Yeah, Aaliyah put it. Yeah. Brains and beauty, what not to love about you. Oh, thank you, D. Yes, intentional. Yes, I've been trying to be intentional about literally everything in my life, and it's been easier because this year I have been completely sober. I have been sober this whole year. No, nothing. I just been vibing out with myself and just how I exist. I've been having a good time. Like I love hanging out with myself. I don't know how people don't know how to just be alone. But I mean, maybe that's just my energy. My energy is a 2-4 energy. So I appreciate isolation and hermit mode. I thrive in hermit mode. I'm over here learning hypnosis, learning past life regressions, hanging out with people on lot. Like I'm having a ball over here. Feels like long time no see. LOL. What's up, chat? Hey, Unique. I absolutely agree. Every person needs a tourist friend. Like, how are y'all doing life without us? Exactly. Miss your wisdom on here. Oh, have you not been seeing me, girl? I'll be posting every day. Not every day. That's a lie. But quite a bit. I feel like I've been posting in the last couple of days. I thought nail tech too. No, boo. I just make it look like what it's supposed to look like. No, for real. Yeah, they've been tripping. I don't know what's wrong with them, but I ain't got time for it. Okay. Out of hand in Vegas, they upcharge so much. Yes. Like I literally don't understand why you would be charging somebody $25 to $50 for nail removal. What are you smoking? Because it can't be the regular shit. It's got to be some new shit. $25 for a nail removal? Oh, if you didn't get your work done with me, then I got to charge you a $50 deposit. If you coming from somebody else, I got to charge you a $50 deposit. Who? Girl, listen. I done got into it with so many of them out here. Like, I don't know what, is it crack? What is it? Because what's wrong with y'all? 6'2", I love my alone time. Yes, I really do. Listen, as a hairstylist, you have to help guard people. I know my clients. You have to help guard people. I know my clients. Yes. That's wild, for real. Crazy work. What's that crazy nail remover? Yes, that's insane. But LA is just a different place. Like LA is just it's a different place. And I feel like everything is for a quick buck out here. Hey, Big Red. This is my first time catching you live. Hey, LA. How are you? Oh, let me go back and read your comment again, Nina. Listen, as a hairstylist, you have to help guide people. I know my clients. Okay, I got you now. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. And so I don't know, I've been focusing on me. I've been having the tough conversations, which are so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. I would rather not. But that's just how it is. Let's do a collective reading. I kind of want to do that. Well, no, I don't want to do that actually. But upcharging people is crazy. I actually don't. Because I feel like, yeah. But upcharging people is crazy. Yeah, like I literally had, I was sitting at a nail shop and all I got was, I might do you, Leah. All I got was a gel manicure and gel coat on my feet. And they over there on that calculator like Medea. Bitch, what is you doing? Because I just heard you tell this lady next to me that it was $35 for what she got. And she got a gel manicure. Why is my gel manicure $80? Like, that don't make sense to me. Why is my feet $90? Who is responsible? Like, what is going on? And y'all over there speak, and I can't understand what y'all saying, but y'all clicking on that motherfucking calculator. I'm about to break that bitch because who is paying you that? It's been diabolical. And I said, you know what? These people in LA are going to stress me out. They're going to make me regress significantly. Because y'all, if y'all been following me for a while, you know I'm a former crash out. I will knock all this shit over. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to let y'all put me in that place. Let me go on over here where I could just mind my own business, do it myself, get on out y'all way. Because I would hate to cause a scene. I would hate to be that person, but I'm not above it. I've been living in a balanced state for a long time. I'm a little overdue. Please don't make it be you. Like, what is going on? And I want to feel good and look good, even if I'm living paycheck to paycheck, period. And that's on affirmations. Okay. All right, Leah, come on. Come on, Leah, girl. Click the linky link. Don't make me cause a ruckus up in here. Nah, for real. A ruckus is crazy, D. I haven't heard that in a long time. That's hilarious. Hey, Kayla. Welcome in, family. That is funny. Hold on. Let me clear myself before you come up here, Leah. Did you call in? Okay. All righty. Hey, Leah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, love. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
You look blessed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, girl. They've been telling me my skin been glowing lately. I'm
Yes,
like,
you look blessed.
listen.
You have inspired. Like I could cry.
Oh, gee.
No, seriously. Like you have inspired me beyond. You like one of the first TikTok accounts I've ever followed.
Really?
I just told my son, I said, if this lady calls my name, you better be.
OMG.
I said, you know what, I'm just going to go in y'all room. They always invade my space. I said, I'm going in y'all.
Oh, I love that. I'm so happy. Maybe this was a line. Maybe I was supposed to pick you, girl.
Listen, I did manifestation. I was like, imagine how you would feel if she called your name. See yourself walking all the way through it. And you said, come on, Leah.
Period. And I wasn't even going to do another one. So this must have been.
God. I mean, I was,
You manifested me, girl. Here I am. Hold on. Let me clear myself. I appreciate the kind words, my love. I really do.
Yes. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And I talk to all my Taurus people like that, which is actually crazy. My friend, her name is 215 Glamazon on Instagram. And she's absolutely amazing. Wow. I love every fiber in her life. Like, she's amazing. She's a Taurus as well.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Y'all are amazing people.
What you say her name was?
Her name is 215 Glamazon.
215 Glamazon.
She is amazing. amazing.
I'm gonna have to check this out. I love finding new people.
She is dope. Like,
I love that.
Like, snort. I would advocate for snorting a girl. Like, she's so dope. Like,
what's that mean? Snorting a girl? What's that mean, girl?
That she's dope. So it's just.
Oh, okay. I got you. That is hilarious. Not snorting her. That is hilarious.
Yeah, dope. You too. Dope.
Thank
like,
you.
Snort the girl.
That is funny. Well, I'm gonna check her out, friend. I'm gonna check her out. Let me say my little reverence. And then I'll tap into you 1 second. Your energy is so excited right now. It feels good, not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, is your grandmother on your mom's side living?
No.
Okay, that's who I have first. What did you call her?
I never met her.
You never met her. She's saying her name is Nana.
I never met her.
Oh.
She came like years before I was born.
Got you. Okay. Well, she introduced herself as Nana, so we're gonna go with that.
Yeah. Before she passed, she did have grandkids, so it would have been my like they're my older cousins.
Got
so
you.
Like first like set of kids, they were able to meet her. So like my cousin Kyle, my cousin Aaron, like they were able to actually like meet her, so they may have called her that.
Got you. Okay. And this is weird. I don't necessarily know if it's a weird or not, or if this rings true for you or someone else. But did you have like spiritual encounters as a kid, or did you have like imaginary friends or something?
Yeah. And I just started like doing readings myself and like really tapping into my spirituality. Like I don't care anymore. Like I used to care so bad. I don't care anymore. So like I've been doing readings and like ever since I was younger, I always knew that I was different. And my grandmom, she's a Gemini. So when I first started getting into zodiac signs, it wasn't my own, it was Gemini. And I couldn't understand for the life of me why was I so drawn to that sign. And then as I got older, I remember asking, like birthdays for like, my grandmom and like other people, and she's a Gemini.
The grandma on your mom's side.
Yes, her mom.
Yes.
My grandmother, she is a Gemini.
The reason why I asked you that is because she said you do know her. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And she's saying like, I don't know if you were having spiritual encounters.
I had like chills all over my body. But like I do believe that I like, I know her. Like I feel like it's like me. Like I feel like she had gifts and she ain't take no stuff, and I feel like I feel like I know why she's saying I know her.
Yeah.
I've never met her. She died in the 80s.
Oh, wow. No, it feels like she's been helping you for a while. Was there a traumatic experience that happened in childhood?
Yes.
Okay.
It's okay.
Are you okay with me probing?
Talk about it. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, please.
Is this sexual abuse?
Yes, and I know she know, and it's so crazy because it happened to an aunt of mine, and I asked my aunt like, well, what did you do? What did you do? And she said, I taught, like she tossed the person who did it down the steps, and I already know, like if she was alive, none of this stuff would ever have happened. Like I feel like it's curses and all kinds of stuff because of like who we are, very like affluent, like really a lot of jealousy. Like it's crazy. It's so crazy. Like and then in the fact that like you asked me, I seen it in your eyes. I knew what you was about to say.
Yeah.
And I know it's alive, but I don't care. I'm meant for so much.
Yeah.
I never really ever really talked to her.
Yeah.
But I will always feel like she's a part of my protection.
She is. She's one of your guides, love. And it feels like she was meant to help you through whatever the abuse was, the trauma. And she's giving you a lot of her power during those moments, a lot of her strength. It feels like you were supposed to speak up about this. Did you speak up about this?
I did. I spoke up about it because my mom wound up dying. So then I had to go stay with the person, like in the house with the person who was like doing the stuff. And like for a while, like I just, I was kind of numb, especially after my mom passed away. But it couldn't keep happening. And then I lived through it. And I spoke up, but it didn't go the way like I thought that it should go. But I've known with all of that, I even talked to like who was my guardian at the time and told her like, how I felt. But I forgive her because she lost her mom. My mom died. That's her sister.
Yeah.
Like she had to take, when my mom died, she had to take on 3 kids. Like she probably had a lot going on, and I forgive her.
Yeah. Is this a brother? Like who is it? Who is the person?
He's not my brother.
He's somebody's brother though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your mom is saying forgive her. Your mom is saying she's sorry. Your mom is saying she's sorry. It feels like this is not something she knew. Was this happening when
she didn't? She couldn't have known because she died before I could, I could tell her.
But it happened while she was living, though.
Yes, it sure did. Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, baby. Let that go. There's no need for you to hold on to that anymore.
But I have let it go. But I just do feel like
things would have been different.
Yes, and I was born here for so much more. But I feel so like whatever kind of curses or whatever kind of stuff is on my family, it's on me. And whoever must have known, like even when my mom was pregnant, I have no clue.
Yeah.
But I feel like they knew that I was going to be the curse breaker. But, they knew.
And so what?
It get heavy, but I had like, I'm so resilient. I actually I've let it all go because God is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's so amazing. And I'm not the only person who's gone through stuff like this. However, everybody's story is their own.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, love. Was there a when this happened, was there a part of you that felt like it was something you did that caused this?
Of course. Like I feel like for most girls, like, being built, heavy chested, what I'm saying? And like I said, he wasn't my brother. I don't think like my brother would do anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when it's not, and it's a male, like, like it, no shade to any men or anything like that on here, because also women can be abusers too.
Yeah.
But, you are just, they just are like, so I used to just feel like if I didn't look like this, then, so I didn't like to get dressed. I didn't like, I had a whole different crazy behind perspective of like myself. People just wanted me to feel so ugly. And I'm so beautiful.
And you are.
I'm so beautiful. And I don't know if like people knew or what, but it was like a curse. And I just feel that strongly.
It does. It feels like there's a womb. There's a clearing of y'all's womb that needs to happen on your maternal side, and it feels like that. The reason why I'm bringing up this incident, and the reason why I needed to, because it feels like there's a need for you to have to forgive yourself, in a way, and there is a need for you. It is affected the way that you're showing up, and I don't necessarily know if you feel comfortable being a woman, if you feel comfortable in your skin sometimes.
No, because the projection when I was younger, small, I knew that I was beautiful. Like I would look in the mirror and like, like that's kind of like how I heard about the word vain, kind of sort of like I've always known that I was. Hold on, baby. I'm gonna give me 1 second, okay? It's like not crying. It's just kind of like releasing. Can you step out for a second, please? Absolutely. I will make it pink. Give me 1 second, okay? Don't make it. I will. You're welcome.
Is your baby? I'm sorry. Is your baby losing a tooth or something?
Yeah, they talk about losing a tooth. They falling out all over the place.
Okay. I just kept hearing that something was going on with their teeth, like they was losing teeth. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's why you know about him. That's why you asked something about that one specifically. Because my other one is here. You said nothing. You're asking.
Oh no, I picked up as soon as that baby started talking. I'm like, oh, his teeth is gone.
Juju is He's connected. When I show him a picture of my mom, he like rubbed it. I mean, like he was like rubbing it with his thumb. He's connected. I know that one. Yeah, that baby is connected. Yeah, that baby is connected for sure. Absolutely, that one right there. He's connected. Like that's fine. Oh wow! But
so let me ask you this: are you still showing up in that way though, where you feel uncomfortable?
I'm transitioning right now. Like I said, I knew for a while, like when I was smaller, like I knew like I was like, cute. I knew I was a cute girl.
Right.
But you know that about yourself sometimes for like cute girls, like, people, big them up and, whatever. But then sometimes they don't like it. And I don't think it was more externally. I think it was more internally, like a light about myself. Like I literally be shining. And like that's how I was when I was small. And people, even family, like they chipped down at that. And I didn't know it until like I turned like 32.
Yeah.
Like I had been walking around letting people like literally chip at me forever. Like I didn't know how I was.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just woke up one day and was just like, oh no, girl.
Yeah, it feels like there was a self-love. There was self-love that needed to be brought to the top. How old were you when your mom passed?
I was 10.
Okay, it happened at a really, really young age. There's also a sense of belonging as well. I feel like you made a lot of decisions because I don't want to call it abandonment because that's not the proper word, but it feels like you lost a lot of the people who were supposed to be there for you or who were supposed to raise you up, and you had to watch other people have those connections that you didn't have.
And I feel like it sounds so crazy, but I feel like it was on purpose. Like even in the event, like even when those types of things would take place, like the people would be leaving, like the people who I knew for sure would be my protectors. Yeah. Like even like my aunts who I know about like her miscarriages and stuff like that. And like my cousins that are supposed to be here, like, it is like abandonment because I've never felt like I ever had like my own.
Yeah. Exactly.
Space, my own, like I have this really big family, but just don't feel like I belong. Yeah. And I know it's not supposed to be like that.
Well, it's because, baby, you came here to heal it, though, which means that you are never going to feel like you belong because you don't. What you are here to heal, though, you needed to feel it in order for you to heal it. So I don't want to take away from anything that you have been through because it is all a part of your testimony. And I understand these things are really, really hard to deal with. But I don't think you would know what you meant to heal unless you had the experiences that you had. Okay. It feels like your family is very, for lack of better words, toxic.
Oh my goodness.
It feels like competition.
It's beyond what you guys what you guys could even imagine. And I've touched.
I think I could imagine. I think I could imagine, friend. I think I could imagine.
Yes, but I mean, it's the crate. And like I said, I know everybody has their story, but in some part of me being so spiritual, I feel like it's just slightly different for me. It feels different. And when I say you are amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, and I have had plenty of readings, and this is crazy.
Yeah.
And she know my baby. She know my babies.
Who, your mama?
She know my baby.
Oh yeah,
like my grandma, like
your mom, your grandma,
and I know that I'm protected, but sometimes I do wish that it was in a physical, and I yearn for something real and like somebody who won't really love me, and not be like repelled by my light, because that's affecting relationships. Men, they pretend like they like me, but they be jealous, and it's exhausted. So I'm exhausted, but I'm not like.
You're not defeated.
Travel. Me and my.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I need to. I'm sorry. I got to.
No,
relax.
you okay? You okay? Myself, you got a lot going on. You got a lot going through you right now, and that's okay. There's a need for you to forgive your mom, babe. There's a need for you to forgive your mom. I don't necessarily know if you are even aware that there is.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm aware. I forgive her because like she's not here. So like I don't have no choice, but I don't think I could ever forgive her for always staying so silent. Because I just feel like things could have been different.
Yes.
Like all that so timid, being like and it doesn't serve her children,
and it didn't feel like you was protected.
And I just
it doesn't feel like you felt protected, you know. And I think there's a lot.
I have never felt protected. Oh God.
And that's okay, babe.
I never felt protected.
What I had to realize in me taking this journey, and this is just person to person, is that you know, we are born into these families and we think that they're going to be the ones to provide it for us because that's what they show us in the movies and that's what they show us in everything. But the truth of the reality is that a lot of times when you are a spiritual energy, you come into these environments that are toxic. They were not able to break the curses. So what happens is that you are subject to all this toxicity because you need to feel it in order for you to heal it. You can't break the generational curses if you don't actually experience what the curses are. You know, so there is this energy of us feeling rejected and unseen and unwanted and us having an intensity of emotions going on. But it's important not to get lost in that intensity of emotions, for you to realize what the goal is. And yes, it's okay to look back and reminisce and say, I wish things would have been different, but there has to be a level of acceptance there as well, because this is your story. This is what it is. You know, there's a need for you to build a community outside of your family. I think you can find those people, but I don't think they're going to be the people that you think they are.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be those people.
That don't, like, I don't know, this might sound crazy, but I don't think they love me. And
I don't know that they know how to love, babe. I don't know that they know how to love. I don't know that they have ever received love. I think that there is a culture of silence. There is a culture of accepting circumstances for what they are. There's a culture of competitiveness, of jealousy, of envy, of all of these things. Yeah. And I just feel like, you know, sometimes it's not that people want to keep those generational curses, is that people don't know no better because they haven't seen anything better. So when somebody like us comes in, we are meant to be the example. We are not meant to try to fix them or any of that. We are meant to pull into ourselves. We are meant to create our Eden in the midst of chaos and be the example for them to see and anchor in the light. So you just got to show up authentically, regardless of anything that has happened to you, because you came here for a purpose. And unfortunately, you came into a very toxic dynamic, which means that you had to experience a shit ton of pain, of loss, of grief. But that was meant so that you can figure out just how toxic, so that you can do something different. And you can change it for the generations to come and for the people after you. And you can do that. But I don't think it's going, you got to step away from that though. because you're not gonna get it there.
That's confirmation that I already know that though, and I really don't. I don't care. I used to struggle with it. I don't struggle with it as much anymore. Like knowing that I have I know if my grandma was alive, a lot of this wouldn't be going on.
She is though. She's around you all the time, and she's them little whispers in your ear. She's nudging you towards other things. You know,
I believe it when I was like when I knew if you gave me a reading that you were going to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
It's the feminine. It's a bunch of maternal. Feminine energy around you, and it feels like you are waking up. It feels like you're taking the steps. It feels like you're doing things differently and that you're in this different energy, but it also feels like this sense of belonging. I don't know if you're in separation with them, but it feels like you don't want to.
They don't love me. They don't love me for real. And I don't know. It's because now get it. Now my mom, she died. We're her only daughter. She's not here to bridge us. So when we go months and years without talking, it's nobody to really step in and fix it. And I'm gonna always feel like, yo, I'm right. Y'all always picking at me.
Yeah.
Y'all every time I come around, y'all always, and I'm not like, I'm sweet. But
I get it, babe.
I don't have time for that. And when I was younger, I dealt with it because y'all my family. Y'all are all I have.
Yeah.
So I'm going to with the little jabs, and when I come around and my hair blind and bombshell, and I got my glasses on, you like everything is always so y'all so critical of me.
Right.
Every move I make, every turn I take, it's y'all got something to say. And I used to be okay with that because y'all are my family.
Yeah. And I feel that though. And I feel like you wanted to have that dynamic, but to be honest, that's just not your circumstances.
Mm-mm.
That's just not your circumstances.
And I had to be okay with that.
Yes.
And part of me is not. Part of me feels like, why not? Why don't I deserve that?
You do deserve that.
I had to realize that I do deserve it, and I have to give it to myself. And that might take a little longer or might look a little different.
Exactly. And I agree with you, love, because you keep expecting it to look a certain way. You keep expecting it to look like other people's shit, and your shit don't look like other people's shit. Okay. So the expectations that you have in your head are causing this internal conflict that you're constantly in. There's a need for you to realize that your story is going to look different, and you need to find your own people, and it's not going to be those people. Now, I'm not saying that they won't come around later, once you have done the work and you've healed, and maybe you start pulling them up. But I think you are meant to find your own slice of heaven. You are meant to find your own things because you don't feel safe there, which is causing trust issues. And those trust issues cause issues with your gift. Because now you don't trust yourself because you keep betraying yourself. You keep entering back into these environments that do not serve you. It's not that you're not getting the intuition. You are getting the intuition. So it's a bit of self-betrayal because you hear it. You've always heard it. You have never been disconnected. That voice has always been there. But you're looking for something.
I can remember.
Yeah, but you're looking for something that only you have. It requires you to go within. It requires you to set those hard boundaries. It requires you to nurture yourself and mother yourself like you would expect to mother your kids. It requires you to prioritize yourself the way that you have prioritized everybody else. You can give yourself what you did not get. And that's what you're going to have to do.
Wow.
Because I think when you do that and you build the relationship back up with yourself and you're able to trust yourself again, your gifts are going to fall in line. You're way more powerful than you think you are. But this thought of it's a curse, it is. It is a maternal curse, okay? It's a curse on the womb, right? But if you keep thinking that it's there and you're not doing anything to clear it, it's going to stay there. Everything that you've been through up until this point was the things that you need to heal. And when you heal it for your whole line. You heal it for everybody that comes after you. But you got to get out of the intensity of the emotion now. And you got to realize that those things were meant to happen to teach you a lesson. And it's a lesson in self-love. It's a lesson in self-prioritization. Okay? You got this. And I'm excited to see where that leads you. And if you ever stuck, just reach out to me.
Girl, I'm about to put you in my budget. That's why I asked you. What's your stuff on the website? You in my budget. I'm bringing you into my budget. I done did the numbers already.
Listen, I'm the crack that you need to snort. No, I'm just like.
Listen, I'm telling you. Really, I'm telling you, that is your energy for sure. But
yeah.
I just thank you. I thank you so much. For
you
everything
are
that you're
so
doing
welcome.
for everybody. You probably heal 1,000, all 30 people.
Oh, thank you.
Likes.
You know what? I could only hope that. I could only hope that I have made an impact.
You are healing beyond measure. Like you don't know. Like even when my son walked in and you picking up on him, my baby don't got no front tooth. Okay, it's coming down. It's just coming.
I said, "Oh, that baby ain't got no teeth."
Yes, listen, and they be trying to play with my baby. Like I don't even know if you can see my kids there or none of it. This one is special.
What he is though. And I think what you do next is going to set the tone for a whole. Nobody is going to have to experience what you've experienced. If you make the change, I'm telling you, you're the catalyst to something else. So do the work.
Thank you so much.
Do the work, and you are going to be fine, my love. Forgive yourself. Forgive your mama. Okay? Forgive yourself. Forgive your mama. And if you can do those two things, you are going to be just fine. Okay?
Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Actually, I can in just a few minutes when my direct deposit. So serious. I'm so serious. I will be reaching out to you.
For sure, my love.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing us to do this, because I know that this was a more vulnerable reading. So thank you for being open.
No, I already knew. I knew if you was going to read me, you was going to see. You was going to see it.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
You. I can't thank you enough. Can you guys say thank you? Thank you.
You're welcome, my loves. Good, babe. Well, I'm sending you love. I'm sending you love from your mom, from your grandmother, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem, boo. Alrighty. Bye. Whew. Those are a little bit harder for me. I am not gonna lie. Triggering, to say the least. But I thank you so much, Leah, for allowing us to get into your energy and being open and honest and not being afraid, being brave enough to speak what your truth is with your whole chest. I fuck with that. More of us need to be doing that. For you coming out to your people and telling them what the fuck happened, more of us need to do that. You know, more of us need to do that. And you know what? Sometimes they don't react how we want them to react. I had a mom who experienced that her whole entire life, trying to get people to hear her story, trying to save other people from experiencing what she experienced, and nobody listened. You be the change you want to see. Okay? You give yourself the love that you did not receive. Because you can. That's something I had to learn. You don't need them to love you. You need you to love you. Okay? You are such a smart lady. Your information is deep. Thank you, Adrena. Thank you, boo. Be the change that you want to see. Anchor in the light. Those people have no choice but to change if you are anchoring in the light. Because you create a vacuum behind you. And just by you being around them, just by you being in their lineage, you raise them up even if they don't want to. You make them so fucking uncomfortable that they have no choice but to self-reflect and look at themselves. You don't fix them, you don't heal them by trying to fix and heal them. You fix and heal them by fixing and healing yourself. Okay? That is the plan. The plan has always been you. The answer has always been you. But that's why a lot of us are rejected. Why? Because we threaten people's comfortability. We cause transformation where people don't want to transform. Now you need to know how to do it. Energetic alignment. When you get into energetic alignment and you realize that the job is not to go over there and tell them what they need to do, to try to correct them, to try to fix them, to try to heal them, that the job instead is internal. You wake all of them up. Now they're curious because you live in your life different. Now you got everything that you want and they like, well, what the fuck is she over there doing? Hold on, maybe I need to go ask some questions. You know what? Maybe she owns to something. I feel like my people didn't come around until I had 300,000 followers. And they was like, oh, maybe what she got to say is valuable. You know? It doesn't look the way you want it to look. And don't base it off the fairy tales that they told you, because that keeps you stuck into a cycle of disappointment. Your story is not going to look like their story. Especially us, because they don't put our story on the TV. So the only thing we have to compare it to is something that is out of reach for us. It's out of reach. Your story needs to look like your story. But acceptance has to happen first. Don't keep looking at what it shoulda, coulda, woulda been. Look at what it is. Look at what it is. Call a spade a spade. Because until you look at what it is, you cannot do anything about it. Hold on. Let me go ahead and block you. Okay? Call a spade, because until you call a spade, you can't do anything about it. I just deleted them, Kadali, because who is you even talking to? Don't play with me right now. I'm in preacher mood, but I could choose to read you for filth now. Act accordingly. Child, they over here cutting up on YouTube. You know what? YouTube is one of them ones that randomly be having people who be jumping on my last nerve. I be feeling like I'm getting re-jumped into content creation. They trying to set me back. Anyways, call a spade, because when you can call a spade, you can do something about it. Right. First it was the dog, now it's this. Child, I ain't worried about the people calling people bots is bots themselves. They just be trying to pull on my energy, get my attention. They gonna pull on it and get it in the wrong way. They better stop playing with me, because I told y'all I'm overdue. I'm a crafty girl. Y'all think I'm smart. I'm clever as well. Okay? But you got to call a spade, because until you can actually identify what the issue is, you cannot do anything about it. You can't. Okay? You can't. I actually think that in the beginning reading, when the abandonment that was coming through, I think that was coming from her mom. And that's the trick about doing live readings, is that you got so many people in the chat. You got so much energy in the chat. And sometimes spirits don't have no type of coop. They do not care. If they want to be heard, they want to be seen, they're going to keep coming through. Like whoever's brother this is. Somebody's brother is coming through. And it feels like he was unalived. Or an accident. You mentioned brother passed and grandmother passed. YouTube be the worst. I'm telling you. It's the scum of the earth is on YouTube. You cannot convince me. You cannot convince me that the scum of the earth is not, because YouTube been around for so long. You got to think back in my day, we used to get on YouTube and listen to people sing, because we was really into the singing, the dancing, the things, you know. At least I was, because, you know, that's what I was interested in. So YouTube got the old, it's got the ugh up on there. Is somebody in this live who has a brother who passed away? Thank you, love. Me too. I was listening to all the covers. Yes, we listened to all the covers. All the covers. All the covers. You mentioned brother passed and grandmother passed. I believe he was unalived. Wait, are you saying your brother passed? Celine. Celine, what's your brother's name? I keep getting a D or a T name. Or D or T is involved somewhere. Darian or Tarian or Gerard. Richard. No. I don't know why this feels like Celine though. Oh, Dome was his nickname. Not Donald. I don't know why I'm hearing like Darian or Tarian or names are so iffy. I don't know, but Adrena, you didn't catch my attention like Celine did. For some reason, I feel like it's hers. Did this happen in a car or by a car? Oh, Richard Divine Harris. Who did this happen by a car or by a car? Or Chase, or I'm really hearing Chase. Yes, YouTube definitely was for the musically inclined for sure. Oh, I think somebody put something in his drink. There's a car or a chase or something happening. Well, anyways. So yeah, Leah, that was great. Thank you for coming through. I was picking up a lot from you instantly, love. So I think that was meant to happen today. So I'm good with that. Yeah, it feels like something is a chase, like somebody was being chased. You're welcome, my love. Okay, well, anyways, let me go back through these comments real quick and see what I done missed. Sorry, I didn't go back and read them after I was doing that reading. Red is the truth and is, period. Thank you. Sending love and strength, I completely understand. Yes. Okay, hold on. That's fire lingo. No, it really is. Please snort me like dope. Oh, I was so lost. Okay, sending you love and strength. Release that heavy. Yes, absolutely. Release it when you can. People are sending you love. It's a lot of love in the chat for you, Leah. Why your healing journey have you so emotional and crying so much, but not a bad cry? It's releasing. It's like a storm happening in your body. Like what happens right when you go outside before it's storming? The air feels thick. You feel the tension. You feel the heaviness, right? And you can say, damn, it's about to rain. It's like you can feel it, right? And then it storms and the chaos is happening, right? The release is happening, but then you go outside the next day and it's beautiful. It is an emotional reset. Your cup runneth over and you need to discharge some of those energies, and you've been holding on to them for too long. Yeah, I've been thinking of stuff I never realized bothered me. Yeah. Now is the time for releasing. Truly amazing. Thank you, Mooney. Thank you, Rhea. It feels so empowering, a feeling you can't explain. For sure, it does. I know she's getting the reading, but I feel like this is a mirror of my life in so many ways. It probably is. It was probably a message that needed to go out to a lot of you guys. Like I said, it felt like it was supposed to happen because I was not going to do another reading. I just happened to catch her name, say that she wanted one, and for some reason it felt like I was supposed to. That's truth. Facts. Thanks. That's my problem. I've changed so much. I don't have relationships outside of my family. Maybe you should get some. Get on Bumble Friends, y'all. Bumble is a dating app, but Bumble has a friends and a networking section. Get on there and meet you some people in your area. Yep, it's like a storm. We was raised that we got, so trusting people is hard and changing and family is so hard. Yes, we were raised that way, and that we're supposed to be loyal to our family no matter how dysfunctional they are and tolerate all of their bullshit. That is a illusion. Don't let them people keep you stuck. I ain't never been for that. And I'm never going to be for that, because had I not stepped outside of my environment, I would never be where I am right now. I would never be able to do the work that I do right now. Okay. Damn, I resonate with this so much. Yeah, her story is a lot of our stories. That was an accident. Feels like this is for me too. It's weird being a different one in the family and looking at things differently. It really is, because you don't feel like you belong. You feel ostracized. You feel like every time you open your mouth to share your perspective, it's a problem. And there's so many people trying to dim your light, trying to tell you to be quiet, trying to tell you you care too much, you do too much, you talk too much, you know too much, all of the things. Even when you're trying to better yourself, you better yourself, then now is you think you're better than everybody. And it's like, I ain't never said that. And I don't think that. I don't even think like that. But it be people projecting their insecurities and their own shit onto you because they have not done the healing. So it requires you to be resilient. It requires you to be strong. And it also requires you to have control over your mind. Because when you know who you are, nobody can come in and tell you who you are. Because they're not qualified. Nobody's more qualified to say who you are than you are, because you're the one doing the work. Ain't nobody shooting with you in the gym. Ain't nobody doing the work with you. Opinions are not facts. Opinions are energy that are meant to help you to form a hypothesis. A hypothesis is what starts a paper, but it's what you are meant to prove throughout the paper. That means a hypothesis needs evidence. You don't have enough evidence. You can't tell me after a 15-minute conversation that you know more about me than I know about me. That's why know thyself is one of the most important phrases in this reality. Why? Because when you know yourself, can't nobody come in and tell you who you are. You're not easily influenced. You move with integrity and honesty. You move with authenticity. You don't try to fit into a crowd. You are comfortable being who you are. But knowing yourself ain't enough. You also got to love yourself. And now that's the difference. That's the tipping point. Because I love so many things about me, I can rattle them all off without hesitation. And when I'm in these mentorship programs and I'm asking people, well, what do you love about yourself? I cannot tell you how many times people just stop and just look at me like, a lot of us don't even know what loving ourselves looks like, or the things about us that are valuable, because so many of us are going off of what other people told us was valuable. And if you go off of that and you came up in a toxic family, then you probably ain't shit, was never going to be shit. You're inadequate, you're not enough, nothing that you do is right. So if you're going off the interpretations of other people, it's probably not a lot there. Big Red, haven't seen you in a while. Oh yeah, but hugs back to you, love. Sorry, host, about talking too much, but the live drew me in. You okay? Unblock the root chakra. Big Red is amazing. Thank you. Red is fire, period. Greg, thank you. Can I join on next? I think I am about to go do my hypnosis class, y'all. So beautiful. That one was a heavy one. When you get those heavy ones, I'll just be chat. Just came in. That's a message, period. I was trying to fix everybody but me, period. Me too, girl. That is not the way to go. I promise you. Currently unlearning. Why are they always cutting up when you go live? Nah, for real. Don't even get me started on these people. Me too. I was listening to all the covers. Okay, that's about the brothers. Okay, y'all. Hey, Aaron. Family shouldn't mean accept abuse. Okay, now that's the word. That's a word that I like right there. It does not mean abuse, and also understanding why someone is the way that they are does not mean that you have to be at the detriment to their dysfunction. That is not what that means. It's okay to understand why somebody is behaving the way that they are and also choose to not be their fucking punching bag. You got to love yourself enough to say, yeah, but I don't choose that for me. Because the fuck is you on? You shouldn't be nobody's punching bag. You shouldn't even be your own punching bag. You know? And what's worse is that it's your own flesh and blood. Yes. It oftentimes is. But that's what you came here for. If they was able to fix it, you would not be here with this different perspective. They needed a different perspective. That is you. You are the embodiment of that manifestation. So you have to stay true to who you are. You have to stay authentic because you need to anchor in the light. I was literally just talking about how I feel like an outsider in my own family. Child, we all do. Especially people who are the change makers. Because you threaten their comfortability, they gonna make you feel rejected. They gonna make you feel unseen. Because they have to reject the information or the perspective that you provide, because the consequence of them not doing that is that they will have to. The consequence of them not doing that is that they would have to change. They would have to do something different. They would have to become another person. And they've been that version of themselves for a long time. And a lot of them like it. It gets them what they want because they don't got to take the hard way. You know? I definitely understand. When the time is right, we'll chat. Okay, love. I'll be on here again. I'll probably be on here tomorrow. I got a couple readings tomorrow. But I'll probably be on here tomorrow. Do I got something to do on Friday? No, I got to read in Fridays. I'm probably going to be on here tomorrow. Hey, Taj, have a great night. Thank you for the wisdom. You're welcome, Stony. Accept who they are and move accordingly. Exactly. Call a spade now. Unrelated, but I love your nails. Oh, thank you, girl. We was just having a whole conversation about these Shein. $4. Very thick. Very thick. Tadra question, could it be the family you procreated with? What you mean? Oh, not taking any abuse? It could be any of them. Anybody who chooses to abuse you, fuck them all. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. It don't matter who it is. You don't need them. You want people in your life who are certain about you. You want people in your life who love you. You want people in your life who support you, who are there for you, who make you feel seen, who make you feel validated. No, anybody who's not doing that, them is not your people. Found you a few days ago on TikTok, and I believe it's divine intervention. Oh, period. Do you have a community like a Discord? No, I actually have a Patreon. So my Patreon is www.patreon.com/becomingnoone. I put it in the chat for you. All right. There you go. Go learn that hypno so you can teach me soon. Nah, for real. And once I learn the hypnosis class, I want to do some free past life regressions. So I'm excited about that because I need to do that. Hey, Deandra. I need to do that. I need to do that like right now. I'm glad I didn't miss this live. Thank you, sis. You were so welcome. I'm going to put this on YouTube. Actually, since I recorded it on YouTube, it's going to be on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Adrena. No, like healing the trauma from the bloodline you procreated with. Oh, no, that's going to be for your kids. Your kids are going to have to heal that bloodline. I think I need an energetic alignment plan. Okay. So energetic alignment plans are in addition to the human design reading, though. I feel like a lot of times people, if they have not done the human design reading, it can kind of throw them off when they get the energetic alignment plan because it's a document instead of a video of me telling you scenarios and, you know, coaching you through it. I think it's a good addition. However, if you want to get it by yourself, just know that it doesn't come with any type of, you know, conversation or anything. But it's available on my website for $80. All facts, yes. But thank you, needed the clarification. You are welcome, my love. So I'm gonna skippity-doo out of here so that I can make me some dinner and all the things. I got a human design and cried some good tears. I'm ready for the alignment. Oh, good, my love. I've been taking my time on the human design readings lately because I just feel like we need them. We need them, especially since we're moving into this activity period. We need them. Okay. So I love y'all deep. Thank you, G. You're welcome, my love. I love y'all deep. I will talk to y'all next time. I'll probably be on here tomorrow. I want to probably give away some meditation guides because a lot of people have been asking me about meditation. So I'll probably give away some free meditation guides for you guys. I'll probably do a couple of readings. If y'all want to be read by my mentees, send me a DM. I'm only picking 2, but they also need somebody for 2 weeks from now. So if I get enough of y'all, give me a little pot so I can reach out to y'all when we're looking for people who want readings. Okay. I love y'all deep, and I will see y'all probably tomorrow. All right. This was good. See you later.